Hello budgeters, welcome to the April budget plan with me. I'm going to go ahead and first of all copy over my March budget and move it over to the April tab. And as I do this, I just want to give a quick shout out to my husband because I don't know if you guys have noticed a lot of weird skipping and lagging in my videos, but he fixed my computer for me, so shout out to him as I'm just pasting this all over. And let's see here. I am going to fix some of my margins and change the date and just move a few things over. So let's call this April 2019. And the first thing I need to do is zero out all of our payment section and reset the background. So I'm just going to highlight this and delete it. And so I'm going to reset this background and take off my old notes and just zero everything out. And today we will be working with my husband's new pay scale, so we're gonna have to go ahead and kind of figure out what we want to leave on the budget still and what our goals will be and how we're going to make those goals. So that is what we're going to be showing in this video, and we should be at a zero balance now, so that looks about right. And we'll go ahead and take off all of these numbers because these are numbers that will not be current in the budget this month. So the remaining budget from March, I wanted it to be $2,100, but then we got gas, so we're at $20,075.45. So that's what I'm going to put in as a remainder. So $20,75.45. And that is what we will be using for the next 2 weeks because my husband now gets paid every other week instead of every Friday. So that's kind of what our numbers are going to look like for that first pay. And sorry, I'm just kind of going back and zeroing all this out. So he's going to have no more ConsultNet. He no longer works for that company. He has a Conduent 1 and 2 that will be coming in. Those are the 2 paychecks that he will be receiving. And our last paycheck, I think we're going to say about $2,000 is what we're looking at for each paycheck every 2 weeks. We're not projecting any supplemental income. And so we're looking at a total this month of $60,075.45. And I want my remainder, I believe, to be about $2,100 to carry into the next week. So I want this number down here to show $2,100. So now we just got to figure out the new budget and how we're going to get there. Okay, so we only have 2 tithes and offerings that we will be paying, so I'm going to go ahead and delete these lines for tithe and offering, and we don't really expect a supplemental tithe, so I'm going to delete that row as well. And I shouldn't have deleted all of our mortgage, gas, and all that. I'm going to go ahead and just get all of these numbers and just copy these things right over to the April line on the budget. And so the mortgage is $811.48, car insurance $114.95, health insurance is $491. Our energy, let's see what we did last year. Our energy was actually at $106.37, so I'm going to keep that at $110. Last year our utilities was at $141.67, and let's see, we have it at $130, so I'm going to say $150, just give us a little bit of buffer there. Netflix should stay the same, cell phones should stay the same, internet, I think it's with actually $89.99 is what we're now paying, just to be precise on that. Groceries, we're still saying about $425. I might move that down to $400 now, just because I think we're making a little bit lower than we initially thought he would be bringing in. Gas, let's see what we spent last year on gas. We spent $192.60, so I'm just going to say about $200 on gas. And we don't project any Murphy moved in moments. Our tithing and offerings, we're probably going to say $210. $200 for tithing, which is a 10% of our income, and $10 for a fast offering, which is just how much we would pay if we were fasting and we didn't eat food for that meal. We would donate $10 from the church for when we fast. So right now we're at $2,913.29, and we have $3,162.16, which means I have about $1,000 left to fill in our sinking funds. Okay. House repairs, I'm not putting anything into this account right now because we have just our savings down here for our baby step 2, or our baby step 3B, which is our house repair fund at this point. Our medical deductible, we don't need to put anything in because we've met our $2,500 threshold, and these are just payments that we've already applied to it. So we had $2,500 in this account, and so we have $838 left of that $2,500. So we don't need to put anything into our medical deductible. Our car account, I might leave this one up in the air a little bit. I want to see how much money we have left before I contribute to this. Dog account does need $20. He does need his shots sooner than later. I do want to put $25 into a yard account. Prescriptions and therapy will get $50. Children's needs gets $25. Clothing and hair, I might move this back down to $50 since we are bringing in just a little bit lower than we initially thought. Food storage will get $40. So let's see where we're at right now. I want $2,100, and we're at $2,982. So I still have a little bit, about $890 left, something around there. So our anniversary account gets us $75. Our family vacation gets $100. Christmas gets $100. I'm gonna hold off on our Mad Money. House wants, I'm gonna hold off. Electronics, I definitely need a computer coming up at some point. A Disneyland sometime fund, I'm gonna hold off just on that. Health and fitness, I'm gonna hold off for a minute. Birthdays and holidays, I'm gonna put $75 into that. Eating out gets $100. Impromptu giving gets $0. And impromptu giving, actually, while I'm at it, I need to zero this out because we got $100 that we kind of took money out from all these other accounts. I just took out money here and there so that we could give $100 to my niece who is going on a church mission, and we just wanted to give her some money. And I actually grabbed the cash from my husband and just told him I would transfer electronically money back to him. So he gets $372. That account gets $0. And our family reunion / fund money family fund gets $20, and date night gets $100. So those are the categories that are super important to me that we fill, which leaves us with $2,357.16. Which means we have $257.16 left to budget. So I'm going to go back here and look at all of our different funds. I think what I'm going to do is, for moving forward, I'm going to make this car fund now $50 that I put in here, especially because I put $500 in there last month when we got our tax return. I think clothing and hair is going to move back down to $50. And so let's go ahead and put $50 into car account, $50 in clothing and hair. And that gives us $2,257. So that's $157 left to budget. I think my husband and I are going back down to $50 of Mad Money each month. $50 each. And we'll go ahead and put this in here is what we budget is $50. And that gives us $57.16 left to budget. Okay, $57.16. We got to make some changes here to our budget at this point. House wants, I think we're just going to do $20. Disneyland, maybe we're just going to say 10. This is like a Disneyland someday account where it's like if we just put a little bit into it, maybe one day it'll just keep growing. And Disneyland someday. I'm going to call it that. Health and fitness, we'll see how much we have left. 27.16, so let's call it a health and fitness account. We're going to put $25 into a health and fitness account every month, making this $25, and that gives us $2.16 left to throw at baby step 3B to leave us at our $2,100 mark. So that's not quite a lot. So I'm going to go back and see what other accounts I can change to kind of get us to where we want to be. House repairs, we're just calling that baby step 3B. Medical deductible, we don't need to do. Car is important. Dog, he does need his shots. The yard care account, so initially I was saving a ton of money to buy a weed whacker, but then one of our neighbors gave one away for free. So the one that they didn't need. So that actually saved us a bit of money. So maybe I'll save $15 a month in yard care. Sorry for the sigh. It's just a little bit frustrating. Just not necessarily making kind of what we thought we were making initially when my husband went into this job. So he should be making $80,000 a year, and he they said his paychecks would be $3,100 every 2 weeks, and we're just quite not sure where that extra $1,100. I know that taxes are a ton, and we also are contributing to a 401k, so we're just kind of trying to figure out if we did our W-2 right, and just kind of figuring out like how we can see more of that money each month. Okay, so prescriptions and therapy, $50. I think we're going to keep that the same. Children's needs, $25. I can probably move that account down to $20. And put $20 over here. Clothing and hair, if we are cutting back, I don't know, I kind of like leaving that one at $50. Dental account, I honestly would love to move this one up because I would like to start going to the dentist regularly for dental checkups, and I'm honestly not positive how much that costs without dental insurance. So I feel like we need a little bit more on that account, but right now we'll keep it at 20. Food storage, this account, I just want it to grow so that when we move into our house, I can just go ahead and buy a bunch of food storage and food on hand in case we are ever in a situation where we don't have cash available. At least we'll have food. Anniversary account, I think we could probably go down to $50 on this account. And if we did $50 a month, that would give us $600 for an anniversary weekend. A big portion of that would go toward babysitting, but that should still be enough for my husband and I to have a fun date night out. Family vacation, I still want to keep it at $100 because I do want to make sure that we do go on a family vacation a year and we have some options for that. Christmas, we've already budgeted out how much we needed. We do need that $100 in Christmas. Let's see where we're at right now. How much money we've freed up. So $42.16 is freed up. I still want to put more into that baby step 2B. So thank you guys for bearing with me as I'm just kind of figuring this out. My mad money. I guess my husband and I can make a little bit less each month. So we'll go down to $30. And that will free up a little bit of money to put. And I think, honestly, once we finish all of the house moving in and everything like that, we can probably bump our funds back up. But I don't want to be short on, I don't want to be house poor when we move to the new house, especially if we have to do repairs and a bunch of projects. I want to have money there in case something comes up that we need to fix immediately. House wants, I think we need to keep that in there because I think we'll have some purchases and wants that we're going to make once we get into the new house. Electronics, that is needed for our my computer. A Disneyland Someday account. I honestly just want to at least contribute something, just because at least it's, even if it's just $5, at least it's a goal that we have there, that it's something we can it's kind of our fun, I don't know, just a fun goal that we want to do again with our little family. Health and fitness, I think we'll keep that at 25. It's not a ton, but I think we need to start being more health-minded about just having money there so that we can make healthier decisions. We do need that $75 for birthdays and holidays. Eating out, we could cut back our eating out. Let's go ahead and say $80 this month in eating out. Impromptu giving, I still want to keep that in there. My Hudson's Mad Money we've cut. Family reunions and family fun. Let's go ahead and go down to $15 on that, and that's just for doing an activity with our family. If we want to keep that open. Date nights, we could probably go down to $80. And let's see what this does, how much money it frees us now. And it looks like now we have 2,213 or 32.16. So if I put 132.16 into baby step 3, that leaves us with 2,100, which is the number that we want to be at. And I feel good about having some money at least going towards that baby step 3B. Now, I plan to on Monday take some of this baby step 3B, like half of this money, this $10,000 in here, and put it into another CD. So we will have about $2,200, which is our emergency fund, and then have an additional $10,000 on top of that, which will be the other half of the $20,000 that we're going to just keep open in case we have those kind of things that we need to use that money for, those fixing up sort of events. And so that is how that money is going to sit there. I'm opening up another CD because there are some pretty good interest rate at the credit union that we have right now. And a 15-minute meeting, we calculated, would give us $280 of interest in 15 months for a CD, which I think we're not going to need that money within that 15-month time frame. We don't lose any of our money. The only money we might lose would be the interest. So I feel like a 15-minute meeting for $280 is worth it. So I think that is something that I'm going to do. So I just have that set up that way. And then we have $10,000 for when we move into the house and we need to do upgrades and house repairs and that sort of thing. Okay, that was a long one. I thank you guys for sticking with me. And if you guys have any questions or concerns, please let me know. If you have any ideas on things that I can do to improve this budget, please give me any advice. I'm totally open to it at this time. If you have any knowledge about our taxes and why we're not seeing very much of my husband's paycheck, I would love some help with that. And if you also have any knowledge on how much money we should save each year for dental kind of regular checkups. So it's my husband and I, so 2 adults and then 2 children under 2, that I would like to start having regular dental visits for. Anyway, that is kind of where the budget sits. A little bit tight, but and then at some point, I don't think I'm going to pay attention to this note this month. And it just says add a vision savings account and a passport for my husband's job. I think like a passport savings, just something to start thinking about because he might need to go places out of the country for his work. But at this point, hasn't been a ton of talk of that. So I'm not going to worry about it quite yet, but it will be something I do need to address at some point. Okay, anyway, thank you guys for sticking with me and for going through this budgeting process. I Hope you're all doing well. Good luck with your April budgets, and I will talk to you later. Bye.